Hi, welcome to all of you. In this particular video, I am going to explain the important concept of linear regression, which is nothing but a mini batch gradient descent algorithm. So I have already explained the gradient descent algorithm, stochastic gradient descent algorithm in my previous video. If you have not seen that, please go and watch that video first so that you will understand this mini batch gradient descent algorithm very clearly. So let's start it. So as we know, we have a error function which is nothing but EW 1 by 2 summation of n equal to 1 to n W0 plus W1 xn minus yn and whole square. So this is nothing but sum of squares of errors. This we have already discussed, and we all are aware of this particular concept. So now our intention is to find out the best possible W0 and W1 which fit our linear regression model, and that gives sum of squares of errors very minimal. That means when you see this particular graph, this is the graph. If you see, follow my cursor here. So this is the graph, and we have proved that in my earlier video, this particular function is nothing but a convex function. I have already explained the convex function also, what is convex function, so you can see that also. So this particular function is nothing but a convex function, and it will look like this. The shape will look like this here. And now take, this is the, suppose this is W0 axis, this is W1 axis, and this is Z axis. This Z axis is nothing but a loss or error, you can say error function. So for each W0 W1, for each W0 W1 tuple, we will be having a corresponding loss. Let's suppose I am putting, this is the loss function. So if I am taking this particular point, so that means for this point we are having corresponding W0 and W1. So if you draw a straight line here, so this is the W1 point and this is the W0 point. For this we are having loss of this. So for each W0 and W1 point, there will be a loss, and this is nothing but depicted here in this graph. So this is the loss function. Our intention here is that what we have to find out this particular point. You can see I am putting in yellow, or you can let me put it in red here. This particular point, which is the minimum point for this particular graph, and for this particular minimum point we have to find out that W0 and W1 which is giving this particular point, that is nothing but a stationary point for this particular graph. So we have to find out that W0 and W1 which correspond this particular point, and this is our actual intention or motto. So for this only we have explained, to find out this particular point we have explained gradient descent algorithm that will also uh, give you this particular point and W0 W1. The stochastic gradient descent also will give you that, and the mini batch gradient descent algorithm also will give you this particular, we have to reach to that particular point, and that particular point will give you W0 and W1, that we have to find out. That is our intention. So let's try to understand this, how to find out. So this mini batch gradient descent algorithm is little bit different from the gradient descent and stochastic gradient descent algorithm. The approach will be more or less same, but the thing here is that it will be applicable only when you have a huge amount of data set. You can apply everywhere, but this is will give you very good result when you have a huge amount of data set. Let's suppose 10 lakh data set is there, 20 lakh data set, 30 lakh, or maybe 1 crore, kind of huge amount of data set if you have, then this mini batch algorithm will be really applicable or will give you very good result, and the computation power is also very good for this mini batch. So let's see how it work. So what we are doing actually, let's suppose we have a 20 lakhs of record. So what we will be doing, we will be dividing this 20 lakh of data in a batches of 5,000. So x1 y1, let's suppose this is one batch, we are taking x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3, similarly x 5000 y 5000. So this is one batch, so we can say this is one first batch. Similarly we will start from again second batch x 5001 y 5001 from here, and then we will go to x 10,000 y 10,000, and then similarly we will go for x 1995001, and then y 1995002 to x 20 lakh, and then y 20 lakh. So what we have done it, we have divided our data set in a 5,000 batch. So we will be having 400 batches. If you have a 20 lakh data, we will be having a 400 batches of 5,000 data set in one batch. So this is the first batch, this will be the second batch, and this will be nth batch. So that means here nth is nothing but 400 batch. This will be the 400 batch. So what we are going to do, we are going to apply our mini batch algorithm on each and every batch. So let's see how we are going to apply this one in mini batch. So I hope you would have understood this one, right? What we are doing in this mini batch gradient descent algorithm. So now let's see the actual algorithm, how it is working. So what we are doing, we have divided our data set in 5,000 data set for each batch, and the batch size would be 400 batch, and the data set is 20 lakh. So this is our assumption. Initially we have a 20 lakh data, we have divided in 400 batches, and each batches will be having a 5,000 data set. Now let's write a algorithm for this mini batch. So this is nothing but a mini batch, since I am in different page, so that I am writing here. So how it is working here, so as usual, the way we have done in gradient descent and stochastic gradient descent, take initialize, take initial point, which is nothing but w0 1 and w1 1. So you have seen that graph would be like that. So I start from anywhere, take it. So I am taking in this two dimension. In my previous page you have seen that 3 dimensions. So let's suppose you start from anywhere, you can start from here or here. Our intention is to reach this minima, this particular point. So we can start anywhere, we just take w0 w1, any point on the space of w0 w1. For each w0 w1 we will be having a corresponding loss on the graph, the loss function. So here let's start from w0 first point, w1 first point, anywhere you take it. Now k equal to 1, repeat until convergence. So what is this convergence? I have already explained to you yesterday. So any 2 point, let's suppose w0 to second point, w1 second point, and if you subtract to its previous point, which is nothing but first point and first point, it should be less than epsilon, and this epsilon is greater than 0. So that means we have a sufficiently a small number which is nothing but epsilon, and this epsilon is tending towards 0. So that is very a small number, and if you subtract this one, the next step and the previous step, and if it is less than epsilon, that we have decided what is the value of epsilon, but that is sufficiently a small number, point to be noted here. And if this condition or this scenario comes, then we can say that our mini batch algorithms converge it. So this is the actual meaning of convergence. So repeat until convergence. Now start for t equal to, this is the batch, first batch, second batch to tth batch. In our case it is 400. And then find out w0 k plus 1. We have taken k equal to 1, so it will be 2. We have already taken here first point. So it will be the previous point, which is nothing but w0 k. Here k is 1, so that means this one, this point, and take in negative direction eta step of its gradient. So what is this gradient? So if you uh, differentiate, do the differentiation of error function, which I have already explained in my previous page, with respect to w0, so finally you will be getting this one, summation of n belongs to batch t batch. So here t will be 1 and w0 k plus w1 k xn minus yn. So this we will be getting after partial derivative of error function with respect to w0. So this is the partial derivative. I have already explained it. If you do not know, please go and see how to do the partial derivative of a error function in with respect to w0 and w1. So once you do that, I am now not writing here because it will take time. So I am just finally writing the result here. So this is the partial derivative when you do the error function, partial derivative of error function with respect to w0. So what you are doing, you are trying to find out the w0 point of k plus 1 equal to w0, the previous point, minus eta step. That eta I have already explained, we have to find out by doing some kind of repetition or experiment, and then take the negative direction of eta step with its gradient. So this is our gradient. Gradient is nothing but a slope for any point. So if you take the gradient of this particular point, there will be a w0 and w1, and then you have to differentiate this function with respect to first w0 and then w1, because that will be in 3 dimension. So this is the w0 k plus 1 point we will be getting. Now if you go for w1 k plus 1, we have to find out the w1 also, right? Because this is the 3 dimension. So we'll be having 2 independent variable. So this will also be w0 w1 k. So this is 1, don't confuse please. So w1 k minus eta step summation n belongs to batch of t and the partial derivative of error function with respect to w1. So that also we have already done it. So that is nothing but w0 k plus w1 k xn minus yn and then xn. So this is the partial derivative of error function with respect to partial derivative of error function with respect to w1, and this is the partial derivative of error function with respect to w0. Then you will get this one, and if you do this one, then you will get this one, and then you just increment the k equal to k plus uh, k plus 1 and then close it, and after that whatever w0 and w1 comes, you just return it. So I hope you would have understood it. But what is the difference actually here? So what we are doing here, let's see. Here what we are doing, so we have taken one batch 5000 data point, first batch, then the second batch 5000 data point, second batch. Similarly we have 400 batches of 5000. So repeat, do this activity. You can see we are looping here from first batch to t, so that is 400 batch, and do the calculate the w0 and take the eta step in its negative direction of its gradient. So here what we are doing, the sum of squares of all the errors for this particular first batch. So for first batch, take the gradient of sum of squares of errors of a first batch. So if you do the sum of squares of error, because if you see here xn is there, yn is there, and we are doing summation for n belongs to batch t. So when t is 1, so it will be the first batch, and we have a 5000 data point. So x1 and y1 will be put it here, and then it will give you some value, and then take the gradient. So this is the gradient, we have already calculated it. So it will go for all the 5000 data point, and then it will give you a W0 point. Similarly here, all the data point of 5000 from first batch, and then it will give you this W1. So this is nothing but a sum of squares of error, and take the gradient for that all points in first batch, and then repeat this until 400 batches. And then, so in the first iteration, you will be getting, let's suppose, W0 2 and W1 2, and in the third step, you will be getting W0 3 and W1 3. Similarly, you will be getting W0 400 batches are there, so 400, and then W1 400, and you just compare this, the convergence, just subtract the next step and the minus, just subtract this and check whether this value is less than epsilon. If this condition happens, then you can say that the convergence happens, and we got the global minima, and we got that W0 W1 which we wanted to find out for our linear regression model. So this particular algorithm is really useful when you have a huge amount of data, and we are dividing this in a batch. So in a maximum of 1 to 10 iteration, you might get it a best possible W0 W1. So this is the really important concept for when you have a huge amount of data set given to you. So I hope you would have understood this. If you have any question, please put it in comment box. I will try to answer as much as possible. Thank you for now.